Hello everyone, this is yet another 10k replay with commentary. I'm gonna be talking about all my moves that I'm making on the map, and then hopefully you're gonna learn something about playing support and how to create advantages and then not give them up on the map when you basically win all the lanes. So as for the start, I'm playing position 4 Skywrath. I believe that hero is gonna be the meta position 4 soon. Especially if enemies pick Puck as the last pick. That was just plain stupid. I don't think this Puck hero deals well with the Skywrath. You have instant silence that Puck hates. You basically give him a free Orchid with that hero. So we go aggressively. We manage to catch the patch here. And then also TA is here, but we missed the Sprout, but it's fine. So we got the first blood, we got aggressive positions. We know that they have at least 3 heroes on the bot lane, so Medusa is allowed to go for the bounty here, right? So that's a good start for us. But then the lane, I believe the lane is not gonna be easy for us. I mean, at this exact moment, because I'm playing against Patch TA. TA doesn't really care about me. She has her shield that she avoids all the damage with my Q and W. And then Patch, obviously, if he hooks me, I'm probably dead after the level... After he gets level 2, right? So we want to start the lane by blocking the wave. It's a very good practice if you're playing on the offlane, because this allows us to get the wave under our tower, and I know the lane is gonna be hard even though we got the first blood, right? So we try to block, but we can see TA is blocking our wave again, and that's a problem for us. I can do this, but she can do this, and you can see how the lane is not gonna be easy for us, right? Because she can dodge my W. And I'm gonna just be playing for levels, and then hopefully we're gonna win it, the game later on. Because I deal very well with the Puck, and then we have Furion that can rotate to the bot lane. Notice how I'm playing on the right side, right? So if you ever play against Patch, that is position 5, his most likely place to be is to be here, in the trees, right? So you're supposed to play in this area then, if you know that he's on the left side, right? And that way he doesn't hook you. And this hook doesn't matter, right? The only problem I have right now is I cannot really control the pull camps. It's very risky for me to go for the small camp, and then the big camp was blocked. So I'm trying to unblock it, but it turns out it was just body block. I check this spot, nothing there. They pull. I cancel his clarity. And then I'm just gonna be hanging around to get the experience. It's a very hard lane for us, when you think about it. Because the way my spells work and Mars spells work, T can easily avoid them. So we're not gonna be able to do anything to her, other than just harass her a bit, right? And the Patch, if Patch is in a decent position, it's gonna be very hard for us again to reach him out. So we're just playing for levels. T is just free farming. Top lane is going decently, as Medusa is not really a kill hero anyways, so I don't really care about it. And all I want is just to rotate for the runes and deal with the... So my hero deals with the Puck, right? So I wanna be on the lane which Puck is playing, as soon as I have the spells to deal with Puck, which is my silence. As for now, I'm just gonna get my Q, because that's what you need to get a level 2 if you got W level 1. I'm leaning for the Lotus. I know they won't give it up for free, so I'm asking my Mars to play on the right side. And after this harassment, we basically get a kill. Here I'm fine to trade with TA like this, because notice how we have 5 creeps hitting her, right? So even though I have like 0 armor and I don't really win that trade, I don't really mind it, because she's tanking a lot of creeps, right? So I pulled the lane as I really want to rotate for the 4th minute rune. Because as I said, this is the lane I deal well with. And not this one, right? This one, I don't really want to spend too much time on this lane. Because I'm not really useful here. So obviously we got the first blood, a kill. And that's great for us. But yeah, I don't really deal well with the bot lane. So I go for the bot rune. I'm quite fast, so it doesn't really matter if I don't have boots. And now the pack is like low HP. Use his E, and then I just get a free kill. Just because I went for the bot rune. This doesn't happen if I don't go there. And again, if you want to not spend time on your lane because you don't deal well with it, you need to find a way to be useful somewhere else. Because if you just straight up leave your lane, it's gonna be griefing your teammates. I use my Lotus on Mars and then we just get a kill. And then Furion, after we killed on the mid lane, right? He gets the urn and now he's able to come to our lane and just help us. And that way we can actually win this lane if we bring 3 heroes, right? We already created an advantage for us. It's time for me to pull the lane back because it's pushing. And I'm already looking at the mid lane again. I want to be there at the 6 minute rune. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I wasted so much time here. It was pointless. But eventually I'm just going to go base. And I wasted like 20 seconds for no reason. And you can see even like high rank players are making this mistake sometimes by just wasting time. So reducing that amount of time that you take to make a decision is gonna be very helpful for you. Because this time it happens to me and it takes like 20 seconds. And it's basically 20 seconds that I'm not playing the game. So I want to TP for the bot rune. And just hopefully catch back with my freshly learned silence. But what is gonna happen is I just cancelled my TP for no reason. I pressed it twice. I don't even remember. So it's just unfortunate. And there's a... It's okay. We just killed the pack on the mid lane on 4 minute run. And they know that the pack has to have a good game in order for them to win the game. Because what's gonna happen is if pack doesn't have a good game, he's gonna not have the Witchblade and then a Dispel for me, right? Because pack needs a Dispel versus Skywrath Mage. Yeah, we get a kill. So they come to the mid lane to secure the runes, but luckily for us, I'm there in time to just, you know, come and get a kill on pack. So right now I wanna go towards the bot lane. Being in this place is a very good practice to place this ward, because this is the most likely place this pack is gonna be farming from now on, right? And I'm pinging my Mars to get the XP shrine because he's close to level 5 at this point of the game. So I want him to get 6, level 6, and then kill TA. Maybe with Furion, maybe without him. And I place this sentry on this side because I know that this camp is blocked and it's likely it's ops here, right? But I missed the ops or the sentry. So I'm waiting on the bot lane. My Mars is 6. I want to kill the TA, right? But if she's playing too defensive, it's not going to work. But I'm just going to be waiting for her. And I see pack and I want to be at the 8 minute run, right? So I'm watching, and this is the time I need to leave. And even though I see TA, I'm like, no bro, I need to secure the run. And then the pack is diving for some reason. And that's why pack sucks versus Skywrath. I just TP, I just silence him and he just dies. Even though he has coil, right? So he is playing aggressive to get the kill on Furion because he can coil him. But I have instant and instant silence that just fucks up the pack. So every time I get a chance to play with the pack, I'm gonna play around the pack, right? Yeah, at this point it's 1 to 12. We have a huge advantage. And it's up to us to play aggressively enough to not lose the advantage, right? So every time we get like a chance to hit the tower for free, even though our heroes don't really push the tower easily, we're gonna do that. Let's switch to the networks. Yeah, so we already have an advantage. And now on this ward we see Primal Beast, so it's good practice for us to go and try to kill him. But on the other hand, there is a mid tower, right? So what we're gonna do is just like pressure here with Furion. And this clock is wrapping around on the Primal Beast. And he doesn't know we have this vision, right? So what's gonna happen is just wait for my clock to be close enough. I have my ultimate. Notice how I got my ultimate just on the mid lane, right? So I waited on the mid lane to get like 2 creeps of experience to get the ultimate, and then I went for the kill. Because the Primal Beast is very strong hero, and if I don't have my ultimate, it's unlikely to kill him. And this is unfortunate. I almost survived this by going out of the arena and dodging the projectile. But it still doesn't matter. We still get many kills. Yeah, and it's 2 to 16. So if I created a guide out of this replay, that would be, I know the comments would be, why are you commenting on stomps? But that's why I show you this game. I show you how to stomp the games by just playing together with supports, with the mid lane, by drafting good heroes, right? And not drafting Puck into Skywrath. Yeah, at this point it's gonna be very easy for us to play this game if we play properly. We just like play aggressively on their side of the map. This is the most important part. Because what I see a lot when I'm coaching people or I'm watching the replays of lower ranked players is like they create this advantage and then they just play defensively for farm because they have space, right? But notice how my team is positioned. Like we have this ward, right? We want to play around this ward. So from this moment, we basically are gonna be playing with supports like in this area. So we can connect there anytime, right? We want this tower, we have the catapult, so we need to protect it, right? My team doesn't realize that. I'm gonna show you that. Yeah, this is very, very easy for us to get kills like this. Because I have initiation and I have the clock. Yeah, I'm gonna use the glyph here so we don't lose the catapult. So we get the tower easily. So it's very easy to play together as supports if you have someone like this clock that realizes what he's supposed to do, and then you just follow up. So if you have a player like this, when you're playing Skywrath, just tell him what you want from him. Which is like, bro, you play aggressively, I'm just gonna cast my ultimate from distance, and we get every fucking kill you want. It's very easy. And don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, and Puck is showing again in vision. It's this war just gave us like 4 kills, I think, at this point. And it's a simple ward. And even though right now it doesn't even matter, it can get dewarded. It doesn't really matter at this point. Because as long as you get at least like 1 kill from a ward, it's fine. Yeah, and notice how my clock is just playing there. He's not doing anything. He's just standing there and we're just waiting for a chance to use his ultimate. And that's how we get the kills. So if you look at the map, like nobody cares about this. Because they cannot reach that space, right? And then if we play on their side, we're stronger, right? We have 10k advantage, 11k advantage at this point. So if we play on their side, they cannot really stop us from farming there. So what's gonna end up happening is the difference in the game is not gonna be us, you know, at farming them by trying some, being efficient on the map. No, it's just us playing very aggressively on the map and just denying them farm. We're not outplaying them by just like, farming more camps, being more efficient. No. We're just playing on their side of the map as we're stronger, and we just deny their farm. Because we're just going there and farming it, and they are like, okay, we can't do anything about it. And the pack dies again, for no reason. I swear to God, this is the second game I play against pack, and they both die like over 10 times. I don't know what, I mean, look, I'm not a mid player, but I think it's one of the worst, if not the worst matchup for you. Maybe Lion with a blink, but on the other hand, it requires blink, right? And in this case, I just silence him. So that's the reason I max out the silence, because I'm playing against pack, but also like Primal Beast, and even the supports just suffer a lot from the silence. And so basically I have a team that I can trust, right? And if that's the case, I can put points in my silence, so I don't need more damage from my Q. So as I said in the guide of Skywrath, if you have a team that you can trust, like in this case, I don't need to go for shard and farm. So I can go for like defensive items. And this game I decide to go for lens, because it allows me to silence pack from distance. Yeah, and right now my Furion is out of control. And I leave the rampage to him as well. And notice how it starts. All of it starts when I go to the bot rune, right? And if this pack is allowed to get the bot rune here at 4 minutes, then regenerate and maybe even get the top one, then the lane wouldn't be so easy, right? And then what happens is we get the kill, I get the silence, I obviously fuck up after that. But every time I come close to pack and I use my silence, the pack is gonna die. And again, like, we're playing here, we're kicking them out of the lane, and then I connect to my Mars. I'm still playing in this area. Notice how I'm barely farming, right? I don't need to farm much on this hero. If you have game like this, you don't need to be a core. I have 3 cores. I don't need to be 4th. It doesn't matter for me. I just need to deal damage. And every time the enemies are like past a certain line out of the base, basically after the tier 2s, we can threaten them to kill, or even just kill them, like here, right? And pack dies again. And Snap is gonna die again, I think. So at this point the game is probably over, as long as we don't fuck up. So that means we still wanna play kinda together, as a 4 at least. Wait for the Medusa's timing, which is the butterfly, and then just end the game. We don't wanna spend too much time in the game, because sometimes you're gonna get the games that you can lose if you just play too long. I don't think this is the game, because of the huge advantage that we have already, right? I'm over their mid lane. So the only thing they can do right now, so they see 4 heroes bot, right? So the only thing they can do is just basically go to the top lane and try to kill Medusa. It's not easy. And this was basically the last ditch effort for them. Doesn't work out, and we just get them on the top lane as well. Because the Medusa is so tanky, we can actually connect in time for her to not die. Yeah, and they just give up. Or at least they give up. And again, if I'm close enough to cast the silence, the pack is dead. I don't know. I'm even gonna say it, like, I don't get it. I completely don't get it. But the thing is, your hero deals with all the spirits very well. Like, by spirits, I mean, obviously, Pack is one of the spirits. It's not, by spirits, I mean, like, the playstyle of high movement mid heroes, which is like Pack, Quop, all the spirits, you know. So you deal with them very well, because most of them have their mobility based spells on spells. So it's not like they buy blinks, right? They have the spells that they need to use. So if you silence them, then they don't have the spells, right? So as I said in the guide, if you play the Skywrath as support, you just first pick it and just ask your team to get stuns. And in the end, I can guarantee you, if in my 10k bracket there's a player that picks Pack into this, in your brackets people will pick shit heroes into Skywrath. And then your silence is gonna do a lot. And the best part is, after the buffs, it doesn't matter if they don't. Because if they pick heroes that deal well with you, you just get your shard and then you just farm. And then you don't care, and then you just farm for like, I don't know, Hex maybe. Or whatever item you want. You might want Solar. Because you put Solar on, yeah, I was thinking about it. You put Solar on your carry and then he wins you the game, right? Or maybe you just get the shard, you farm, and then you just farm Hex. And then you basically need no stuns. Or you don't care about their items, like BKB, because you just Hex somebody and you just almost kill on your own. So yeah, we have the timing on Medusa, and this is where we're gonna end the game. It's 20 minutes of us just playing on their side of the map. Notice how nobody here is farming. Nobody. Like, not even now, right? But when we had the advantage at 10 minutes, nobody other than Furion, obviously, because the Furion can TP, right? Was farming there. We're farming aggressively. Here. We have ward here. We're farming here. Maybe even here, right? But still, we're just suffering them, making them suffer on the map. They have no camps to farm. And if you play like this, the game's gonna be very easy for you. Because you create such a gold advantage. It's not because you are farming. That's not the point. It's because enemies are not farming. They are not hitting any creeps whatsoever. If we go to the last hit chart, yeah, you can see it, right? Like, Duza is doubling up on. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. As always, subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it. See you.